Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready to go into the round of 8. Today's first matchup is going to be SK Gaming versus Team Coast Blue. And it's definitely a very, very strong matchup indeed, and certainly something you're looking forward to as far as things go, because looking at third seed versus 6th seed is going to be a very close matchup. And honestly, Team Coast Blue, previously Worth, we'll probably have to say that a couple times today so everyone really understands where they came from. But, it's going to be, 3rd seed Team Coast Blue, previously Worth, and 6th seed SK Gaming. SK Gaming actually had a really great week the other day. I mean, they actually came in first last week, so they climbed to the charts. They actually went from 7th seed to 6th seed immediately, and they're getting very close to 5th. Like we were talking about at the beginning of the stages here of today's tournament, Hindu, 4th is kind of open.
4th is kind of open. So is 3rd, in all honesty. I mean, Worth, now known as Team Coast Blue, are sat in 3rd position, but the last couple of weeks they've had, Dry Bear, haven't been that great, and they're only on 264 points. Now, realistically, that means that if one team wins 3 weeks in a row in this tournament, they will be ahead for sure. Like, they'll get 300 points and they can take that spot. So it's going to be close. SK Gaming, like you said, won last week, got 100 points for themselves, now in 6th position. This one is going to be close.
It really is kind of how close that Puma is to you.
Are we still got the Puma on?
Like, I mean, it's behind you. I mean,
Bagheera,
if you've kind of accepted it, that's
cool. Do I have to sing Bare Necessities or something to make it go away?
I kind of do. I feel like
for the bare No, let's not. Let's not. I'm in the mighty jungle today. A wimbo, a wimbo, a wimbo. Oh, we're into game, guys. We're waiting patiently for the teams to pick what they're going to go with this game round, and it's not SK because we're ahead of ourselves here, and we're not giving respect to Team Vindicate here, Dry Bear. It's Team Vindicate versus Team Coast Blue is what we're casting this game.
Oh, looks like we had a little bit of a late push there. So it's going to be Team Coast Blue versus Vindicate getting pushed out here, and that's going to be the lineup they're watching here. So Team Coast is going to be the team to watch, right? I mean, obviously, just picking up the sponsor, and you got to know that there's someone from Team Coast watching to see if their investment was proper.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, they've been playing very well. They're 3rd seed. They're very, very strong here. So Vindicate is going to be their opposition of choice here. Kumbhakaran is going to be banned out immediately. Great ban. Scylla ban. There was no Scylla last game. There
was no Scylla. I was really surprised by that. Vulcan was picked over Scylla. That's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say. Vulcan.
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of Vulcan. I love Vulcan. I think Vulcan's very viable if utilized properly, but he's not a consideration if Scylla's available. It's just not. You just don't think about him.
And there's Hercules being banned out as well. Back over to Team Vindicate to see what they're going to take away as well. I'm not sure what it's going to be. It's going to be Aphrodite taken away from that one. And that leaves Janus.
Honestly, not surprising. This character has been a sleeper for so long, and honestly, once people start getting used to how he plays, he does so much ridiculous amounts of damage. 1 portal, 1-2, and all of a sudden you're at 20% HP, and you don't know what happened to you. That's what Giannis's power is, and that's what he does best. And honestly, it just takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of time, and I think they're hitting that point now. He's first pick, and I'm not surprised.
No, not surprised at all. He's going to be a big mid laner overall. He gives great mobility to his team as well and allows for things through space and time that people are starting to realize, especially in competitive play, may not be as strong in solo queue just because you don't have the communication available. But Vindicate gone with Athena and Artemis, so picked up their duo lane. However, Osiris being hovered over here by Team Coast, and I'm not surprised to see that locked in. I think Osiris is the strongest god right now. I'm going to keep saying that. I think he is. People will realize
he may be broken, but not in that way.
I think he's definitely.
I think he's definitely a strong character. I think he's definitely top god material, but I don't think he's the end all be all god. I think people are just really starting to figure out how to play him now. I think there's really understanding where he's coming from, but he's certainly not the character that just ends the game because you picked him. I honestly don't even think he's first pick material, but certainly he picked material in the first 6 picks on either side. So he's got his merits. Gab going to be locked in here for Team Coast since Athena was already in there. They're hovering. Just please, I swear, I will leave.
I love EU. They just like to wind you up each week.
I'll leave.
You can't leave.
I will leave and go home.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, no, Dad, please don't go.
Well, it depends if they lock it in or not. If they lock it in, I leave. If they don't, okay. So I'm staying. I'm staying.
That's good. That's good. Thanks for
I'm staying
leaving.
for you. Okay.
Thanks, man.
For you.
Thanks. I'm just waiting to enjoy the last time I get to see you with hair. You know, it's gonna be a privilege to cast with you with hair.
I'm gonna have a mustache as well.
Oh, the mustache! I'm so excited for the mustache as well.
It's
gonna suit you.
So exciting.
It's gonna suit you. And the best news is, I know you're still wearing that skirt that you had on Friday.
I am right now. Yep.
I know, and nobody can see it. But I
Nope.
know I saw you stand up earlier, and I'm like,
All of a
that
sudden,
driver.
I got my fetish now.
It's
I just
weekend.
want it. I just
It's
want it.
weekend.
It's my
It's
new
allowed.
thing. Yeah,
It's
yeah. I'm just,
allowed.
leisurely. There's a nice draft. I'm liking the draft of gods here coming out. Ra is Ra's gonna be locked in. The bands are coming out. Apollo and Thor band away. Team Coast does not want to deal with Thor, and for no surprise, Jonas is not very good at dealing with Thor, especially with how aggressive he can be. On top of high mobility there. So now the next pick's gonna come out from Vindicate. They don't have their jungler just yet, so looking to probably pick that up pretty shortly. They have Ra, and there's a lot of mid laners available. They may even go for an Agni or something along those lines, a little bit stronger push out. Kind of hovering on what they want right now. Who's it going to be? Maybe I imagine it's going to be a jungler. There has to be a jungler, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
okay,
it
so there's
should
a
be in this
Humbats.
situation, and there is Bats being picked up, and Bats is one of these, especially with Thor being banned away as well, Driver. Bats is one of these that has started to see a downslope since that small change was made to his passive in the last patch. Sorry, the last but one patch. Everyone seems to be starting to drift away from him. He's not like a top pick, top ban like he used to be. And that shows that the ban, I guess, works because he's still being picked up and considered as a good jungler.
Oh, definitely. He's very strong, and honestly, the changes to him didn't hurt him very much. Across the way, when he Habwa and Uul locked in here, this is damage central, man. You got
That's a
Habwa and
lot of
Giannis on the
damage.
same team, Osiris and Uul together for physical, and Geb for initiation. This is gonna hurt. And you look at
It
characters
is.
like Artemis, Ra, and Humbats, who are very exposed and won't be able to do as much against the damage that's gonna come their way. You got to think that the early game has to be in favor of Vindicate, or this is not going to be a pretty sight.
Yeah, I totally agree. Vindicate has to get themselves out of the starting blocks quickly. Hun Bats has got to hit 5, got to get that Fear No Evil online and look to apply pressure immediately because otherwise this could get out of hand and it could get out of hand fast, especially when you've got a Janus, Habwa, and Osiris going to be roaming around the map in a pack when Janus gets that through space and time available.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? I mean, the damage from Giannis is going to be incredible. You got Poseidon, though, on the teams. They actually have a lot of control. In fact, their team fight is incredibly strong for Vindicate. You got Athena Taunt, Athena ult. You've got the Humbats ultimate, the Poseidon ultimate. Very, very strong, big AoE ultimates. Ra with the heals. We saw how effective that could be last game, keeping exposed secrets alive for long periods of time. Artemis considerably, one of the strongest, if not the strongest hunter in the game right now, as far as competitive level goes, because, honestly, every high level or top level hunter player is going to be able to get the gold, going to be able to hit those shots. But Artemis, if you're able to just hit home with everything, her damage is off the charts, and it's so hard to stick close to her. And if you get one single trap on someone who relies on their dashes, like an Apollo and Uul, someone like that cripple is absolutely devastating. So we know what Artemis can do. There's a lot of damage on both sides here, but again, I think it's a lot more delicate. And again, as it was last game, Team Coast has this kind of team that's not going to be so great when it's playing from behind. So, if they fall behind early, they don't get the gold they need. Those characters are very squishy.
They are really squishy. The one thing is, though, that they've just been picked up by a sponsor. This is Worth Gaming guys that have now become Team Coast after being picked up by the Coast organization. And with that being said, Drybear, these guys are going to have something to prove to the organization that's picked them up. You said that at the start. So these guys are going to come out at the starting blocks fast. I expect them to go aggressive, go hard, show off the fact that they were worth of being picked up as a sponsor. Do you get it? Worth being picked up as a sponsor. Do you like my jokes? I'm funny at jokes. I do them sometimes. They make me smile, even if I smile at myself.
We're going to get to a brief break, guys. Thanks so much for doing today. We're in the round of 8, Team Coast vs. Vindicate. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Team Coast vs. Vindicate is underway and ready to go here. Another round of 16 coming at you live. We got Team Coast on the bottom side of the map. Recently, Worth Gaming picked up by Team Coast Blue, and they happen to be blue today. Corneo is going to be on Giannis. We've got Ninja Bobat in the jungle with Osiris, Princess Tomato on Geb in the support role, supporting his Hunter Shaggy Shank on Uul. We also have Variety on Habwa. It seems like everyone on Team Coast got the characters they wanted.
On the other side of the map, we're going to see Team Vindicate coming out from the top side of the map, right-hand side of your spectator UI. We're going to see King CST on Poseidon in the mid lane, Ivan Drago on Hunbats in the jungle, Phoenix. We'll go with Phoenix. That sounds good. Thanks. On Artemis, Cambalini on Athena support, and finally Goku on Ra.
Interesting matchups here. You're going to see Giannis versus Poseidon in the mid lane. And it's a pretty back and forth matchup. And I think Poseidon has a very strong control of the lane until level 5 or 6 or so. Definitely going to force it out. It's looking, yeah, they actually might be Ra here. Looks like Goku looking to take away. So Poseidon going with a pot start in the solo lane, actually.
Interesting. looking for the aggression early
up against
on.
Habwa, though, so that's going to be... and here's the reason why I was hoping it was going to be Poseidon, because this isn't going to work out too well for Vindicate. Poseidon in the solo lane up against the Habwa is a much worse matchup than up against Janus, and Ra also can do very well against Habwa. So this, to me, seems like it's backwards.
Yeah, I think it should be the other way around, honestly, overall. Well, Carino going aggressive in mid once again, using those unstable vortexes to clear the wave nice and early. Right-hand side, we're going to see Team Coast gets the lane a little bit later than that of Team Vindicate, but plenty of time just to get in there. Nice poke once again. King CST just took a little bit of poke already there from that spout.
On the right side being pushed back here. King CST is pushing it out. He's got the blue buff and his pot active right now. Ninja Bobat has only legs to stand on as his parts are falling all over the place. Look at the gold so far. It's pretty even. No major gains done just yet. Variety taking a lot of damage from... and see, this is why it's so fickle, right? Because he picked up pot up against Habwa. So if Habwa gets any opportunity, he's going to lose that.
It's also a double slow lane as well, which is the other thing you've got to look at that. You're going to see the spout coming out from Variety and then straight after the flail coming out from Ninja Bobat in the jungle. So that double slow is going to stack and cause a lot of issues for the team and get some free damage off consistently. Poseidon's going to be careful now.
Oh, definitely. And we're actually going to see Bumbas being picked up by Osiris as well. We're going to see this kind of being interesting choice there. Generally using death toll
side.
Easier.
Cambellini takes a bit of poke, has to immediately use Dash to get away because he would have got caught out of position there. Shaggy got a nice axe off on that side. But yeah, like you said, the Bumba's Mask, it seems to be coming back in as the main staple item for the junglers now.
You know, honestly, he doesn't really need it. I mean, he's got good control. His basic attacks are one of the best for clearing waves, for clearing jungle camps, for clearing anything. He's got great control in the jungle. He doesn't really need the Bumbas as much. Now, granted, it means he's going to get more gold, but it also means he'll do less damage. So maybe he's just looking to farm. I mean, that's kind of the choice, right? When you have Bumbas, you get more gold. You don't split it with other people, and that's one of the biggest things. Plus, you have more mana, and so that is a big gain. At the same time, without Death's Toll, you're not going to have the extra damage. You're not going to have the extra clear. So you'll clear a little bit slower, but you get more gold from it. So it's kind of that trade-off.
Both junglers just gone back to base, picked up the boots, picked up a ward each as well, and a little mana potion just to keep themselves sustained a little bit longer. And now you'll see the rotations coming out as mid camps are coming up very, very soon. Keep an eye to see how that one goes as Variety and King continue to trade in this solo lane over here. Very equal for that spout, and there's the tidal wave. Kraken not going to connect, and that's going to be all she wrote as Variety picks up the first kill of the game.
Now this is probably the most devastating thing that could happen in King CST so far this game. And you know, he's going to pick Poseidon Pot up against Habwa in the solo lane. The second that hit comes out, oh, left line, there's a double hit with the Janus ultimate, looking for the board. The board comes out there, looking for Shaggy Shake, getting back away. Here comes the portal, no distance, there's the hit. Ninja Bobat and Corneo both rotating for nothing as they come over to the left side, and they're going to be backing off here.
They are. They didn't get anything out of that ultimate overall, though, because the boar coming out overall from Artemis saved the day, hit all 4 members and stopped the engagement. So a bit disappointing for them, but now we can see Vindicate actually taking away the mid camps here. Good call from them, rotating straight back. So they're going to get the left hand side one, but already Variety, because of that lead he developed in the solo lane already, Drybear able to take away the right.
Phoenix is going to be picking up a lot of gold here, kind of going back here. We're going to see Shaggy Shank heading home. Looks like he's got enough to finish off his Heartseeker, or Transcendence, I should say. But up on screen, you see the first blood here on the right side. And this is one of the reasons why Habwa is so good up against Poseidon. The second that ultimate comes out, he's just going to dash right through it, doing damage to Poseidon and also avoiding the damage simultaneously. It's so hard to deal with that. But watch the Kraken come out. He's going to go for a crushing wave. Poseidon ultimate means nothing. And there goes the damage you need. And that's why it's so hard to play Poseidon against Habwa.
Yeah, and that's also why the Kraken was such a panic Kraken as well, wasn't it, Drybear? You realised you were going to be in a lot of trouble, so you were just sat there with yourself going, I've got to throw out the Kraken, hopefully it'll kill him before he hits me, but not today. Variety secures that first kill for himself. Now has a level lead.
That Habwa's going to be controlling the wave. He's got a great lead here. He's 3,400 gold up against the 3,000 on Poseidon, but keep in mind, Poseidon actually purchased a pod that went to nothing. So effectively, he's 800 gold ahead of Poseidon because of that wasted pot, and he's going to control this more and more. And as soon as Variety gets any amount of penetration, he's going to be in a very tough spot to keep this lane alive.
So looking back to the duo lane, we're going to see Shaggy Shank playing Ul, which we've not really discussed that much. The fact that he has dropped off quite a bit lately, Drybear, and we can see that he's going for the Transcendence rush on this time instead of going for the now sort of standard since the changes Devourer's Gauntlets purchase, but Transcendence plays very well into Ul's skill set.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? He would like the lifesteal, but he just does so well with mana. One of the best hunters in the game if he has enough mana. And honestly, with Ull, if you pick up Transcendence and go straight into Chins or Executioner, he's one of the most damaging hunters in the mid-game transition because he has so many abilities in the kit, and because of the Transcendence, he has able to use them more often.
Gets caught out of position there. Through space and time comes out to return the favor. There was beads was popped from Bobat. They're not going to get any damage off from the unstable vortex unless your beam hits though. And now you can see Ninja Bobat uses that portal well to escape. That was a really nice portal from Carino.
Oh, definitely. Cornio kind of looking out for his boy there as he comes out strong with that portal control. Mid lane getting cleared out as well. Unfortunately enough, Ivan did not have his ultimate available to secure that kill, and Ra did not either. Poseidon was a little bit late to the party, had to clear the way before he left the solo lane, and that was just a, it was an opportunity for them, but it's not something they can secure. And look at Ra just being punished here in the mid lane, pushed back to his tower, and the damage from Janus is too much. Cornio is just untouched right now. He doesn't even have a scuff of dirt on his armor.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of farming the wave as well with the unstable vortex. He's keeping it pushed in against the likes of Aurora. He's no mean for them overall. I mean, once you land the vortex damage, then it's going to be hard for him to heal up those minions again. And you can already see Drago trying to rotate over here. But we've got to fight on the left-hand side as Ninja Bobat goes in, looking for the aggression. And he's going to look to take out this person on the left-hand side here. He's really in a lot of trouble.
Be forcing away here as they push up the left side. There goes a very strong control there as they get jumping around. We can see Geb kind of backing off as Artemis was already taken out. Strong play by Team Coast. And they're going to be going forward here. And that's really what's, that's the power, right? The rotation is all they really need. Team Coast is at 19K, 18K for Vindicate. And so that's going to be it. We're actually going to cut to a brief, small break here as we correct one small issue. And we'll be right back in just a few seconds. Welcome back, everybody, and back in the match. A big recap of what just happened there. Artemis ended up going down there, unfortunately enough, for Vindicate. Look at the gold numbers right now. We can see 700 gold in favor of Team Coast, 1,200 experience in favor of Team Coast, and they're holding on to the early game, but they are not giving much room to Vindicate. Transcendence has been completed for Shaggy Shank as far as the itemization goes. Princess Tomato has his boots gained, and Variety already has penetration on his shoes, but so does Poseidon. Ra has penetration for himself as well. It looks like Cornio is going to be going for a rod early.
Variety's going to catch out King out of position. The Aegis has been popped here, and now he's just looking for the auto attacks. There's a nice damage coming off as Carino rotates around. Vortex misses, and now Variety's going to look for the kill. Gonna find it, and now as well, Goku's in trouble. Just go back out though. Good
decision. Threshold to bring him back. Good ultimate from Cornio. So many portals there to utilize. Just getting full effectiveness out of this Janus play here. So impressive to see a well-accomplished Janus player. We know Cornio is incredibly strong. We know he's a great player. We know he can do so much. And honestly, put him put Janus in the hands of him. It seems to be very effective.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, Poseidon in that little fight there, what happened was he was busy trying to ward over through the fire giant wall. Got caught out because Variety was doing the same thing, was actually behind him there, so didn't pay off for him very well at all. Meanwhile, Princess Tomato in the mid lane, going to farm up that mid wave and just soak up a little bit more experience. So he's going to still be equal level with Kembellini on that Athena, but so far, the supports haven't really got involved too much.
Mid lane Cornio grouping up here with Princess Tomato. Going to push this up very effectively. We do see actual rotation coming out from Ninja Bobat as well. Shaggy Shank's going to control this lane. It looks like between the hunters, Shaggy Shank's going to be sitting at 4,400, whereas Phoenix is at 4,100. So actually the least farmed in the game is going to be their hunter.
Big rotation left, and Artemis is in trouble. Board popped preemptively. So that's going to be on cooldown for the next engagement, Drybear, and that's what they wanted at the end of the day. They've managed to force it, so keep an eye on what Team Coast choose to do next, because with that being down, they can look for a fight elsewhere.
Yeah, it had to be done, honestly. Propping that early means that Geb couldn't get close enough to Shockwave or ult. The CC community may have been coming out there, and so did not want to take any chances at all, and really that's the right call. Phoenix cannot allow himself to have any more setbacks. His team needs him for the mid-game transition. If Artemis falls any more behind, I mean, look at the damage harassment from Shaggy Shank. If he falls behind anymore, he's not going to do it. But here comes the solo laner in the left side.
Yeah, Poseidon's sat around this middle area now. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he just can't deal with her boys. He's now rotated to become a jungler for his team. He's actually taken out the blue buff now on the left-hand side, as Hun Bats was the one previously defending right side. Are they going to go for a fast Gold Fury here, knowing Hub was on the other side? Well, they're going to make a play in the mid, but Carino immediately uses the beads as the Fear No Evil comes out, but he's going to get rotated on by the members, but King backs out in the portal with Through Space and Time comes out, gets him out of trouble. And nothing really comes of it overall, apart from mid camps.
Oh, mid-camp's going to go to Habwa here on the right side. Variety making the best of his absence of King CST. He's waiting for people to rotate over just to spot who comes along. And honestly, that's all he was waiting for. He wasn't trying to fight there. He's trying to see who from Vindicate rotates. And now it looks like Goldfury is available. Variety may be coming over trying to take this away. Hoombots has already left the party. Poseidon's going back to his lane. They're going to start off the Goldfury. Coast gets a great spot. They got zoning coming out from Habwa. Here's the damage. And Vindicate has no idea.
No idea whatsoever. I mean, they used the Fear No Evil, they used the Searing Pain from Raw as well during that engage where they tried to pick up Carino, didn't find it, and immediately Coast were like, well, if they turn up to fight, guys, they've not got ultimates available, so we're in a good position here.
They really are, and honestly, Bobat's or Ninja, I'm sorry. Every time I see Hoombots, I just
Bobat's.
Bobat's. I mean, Hoombots already left the party. King CST made this big, and honestly, that was the weirdest thing I've seen all day, I think. You know, with CST leaving the lane like that, he's now about 1,400 gold individually behind Habwa. And what's the #1 rule? Is it don't feed Habwa?
That's right. I mean, if Habwa gets ahead, he's ridiculously strong. Ridiculously strong. And he's level 13, highest level in the game right now, Drybear, and he's going to be a big issue to deal with. Variety is one of these solo laners that has really risen up and started to take the whole.
Variety heading home here. He's going to be back live here. Thank you so much for waiting for us, guys. Back in Team Coast. 3 kills to 0 kills on Vindicate. Vindicate going strong here, and there goes the control. Bobat in the jungle control that's out. I mean, honestly, the story of this game right now is really just the solo lane. Variety is just in complete control.
Yeah, he really is, and he's causing a lot of issues for Poseidon. So much so that Poseidon's tried to rotate around the map looking for an opportunity to do something to help his team out because he can't seem to handle Variety in the solo lane left-hand side. Once again, look at him. He's rotating again. Poseidon to mid lane looking again. But looking for stuff. Guys, we'll be right back on the stream again. We're going to be sorting out very, very quickly. Be right back with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Get back in the matches. The game continues on. Blink from Gab. There's a Cataclysm. Hoombots ultimate coming through as well. Looking for Cornio. The slow is there. Sacred Mega on top. Whirlpool Kraken. Cornio going down. Bobat trying to get away here. The stun. The Creepy Crystal on the ground as well. Lots of damage on the ground. Princess Timbo from behind uses the portals to disengage as he tries to get that last one.
Tomato's like, where'd it go?
Aww.
So meanwhile, Variety does rotate to middle lane, but that shows signs of life, Drybear, for Team Vindicate, as that rotation from Poseidon actually paid off for them, and they managed to make something happen for themselves and pick up that first kill of the game for them in terms of Carino as well.
Tower's being pressured here by Shaggy Shank as they push this all up. Variety's back in mid lane there. The taunt's gonna come through. Oh, Searing Pain, avoid. Whirlpool on the ground, knocking forward. Variety dropping very low here. There goes the hit. Crushing Wave forced to disengage as they look for the kill on Persevere. They're gonna find it. They're blinking in. Variety's dropping low. There's the damage on Bobat as he goes down as well. It's an effective 3-for-0 exchange and a mid tower.
And now Vindicate are looking like the ones in control here. This is a big turnaround. Lucky for Team Coast, though, the Goldfury is not available. Otherwise, you know, that would be a Goldfury as well on top of that one. But the Golden Experience just dipped. Look at the graph, Drybear, of how that fight just won this game.
That was a wonderful fight, honestly. The control was there. It didn't seem like Team Coast, either they were having issues or for whatever the case may be, they were not ready to compete there. And honestly, Vindicate took full advantage of it. The engagement on top of Cornio was exactly what they needed, taking him out entirely. After that, they kind of pushed down the mid lane. And again, it didn't seem like Team Coast was prepared for the aggression from Vindicate. And it seemed like it came out of nowhere. I mean, so far, Vindicate has not been putting up a fight at all. And suddenly they come out with that amount of coordination. I'd be surprised too.
Yeah, I would be shocked as well. So Team Coast now maybe a bit lackadaisical, not being prepared for it. So now we're going to have to see if they can step the game up once again and get themselves back into the driving seat in this game, because at the moment it's now even all over.
In the itemization here, we can see Jotun's Wrath completed for Ivan. He's got that CDR as well as that penetration. Fear going to go here for Poseidon. Across the way, Goku's going to go for Book of Thoth. He likes to read. Across the way, Transcendence is completed for Shaggy Shank. Variety does also have Spirit Magus as well. Cornio's actually going to go for Chronos Pendant, though.
Yeah, he's picked up the Chronos. I like the Chronos Pendant pickup. I think he's really good on Carino, onto Giannis, but the aggression on the left-hand side blinks from Princess Tomato, and there's Ninja Bobat going in, looking for the kill. They're gonna find Cambolini. Through space and time comes out. He's gonna walk into two members of Fear No Evil comes out, and you can see Humbat's getting low, but Goku takes out Shaggy Shank, and this is a 1-for-1 so far.
Bobat goes out, and that's just a hunter for a support, though. So that was in favor of Vindicate. Although the support going down means the Gold Fury is going to be available. Princess Tomato also has his tier 3 Hand of the Gods, but there's only about 45 seconds left on the Gold Fury. And Athena's up in 10, and so that's not really a great opportunity for them to kind of go over and get that Gold Fury, though, so definitely a big control there. Ra's going to be pushing the left lane, although he's somehow over the left side of the lane. Remember, guys, if you want to see your tweets on stream at the bottom roller, make sure you tweet out at Smite Pro or just in general hashtag SWC, and we'll see your tweet up on screen for a chance to see Demon Machine's tweet on the screen in the bottom right there. So if you want to be involved, you want to be part of the stream, make sure you tweet out at Smite Pro and or hashtag SWC, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll see your name on the bottom. So, in this game, we were just discussing the fact that Carino's gone for that Chronos Pendant. Now, Chronos Pendant is one of these situational items based off what you need, and cooldown reduction is very important and useful for Yarus. However, so is damage during the early stages, and because there's no one on this team that's really physical other than in the jungle Artemis, he's playing against a mage, there's a mage in the solo lane, he's gone for the Chronos Pendant for the cooldown reduction and the regen, so it's going to help him out a little bit. So keep an eye on this one as Kembalini actually uses the ultimate defensively because he was caught out of position there.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk it, honestly. Vindicate's starting to get some kills here, kind of even up the gold difference. So, it seems to be working out. And so, I'm just wondering to see what Team Coast can do about Vindicate ripping up so heavily here. All right side.
It's going to be a trade between the two as Fino Evil comes out. Variety pops the beads. Crushing Wave connects as the Aegis Ensign Poseidon did not pay off for them. You can see Carino rotating around through space and time again. And look at that. Variety's gone. I'm going to go back through him now.
Yeah,
left hand side.
Free movement.
Left-hand side fight breaks out again as Artemis uses the boar on the front of that, but Ninja Bobat going aggressive and Shaggy Shank there with the autos looking for the axe, not going to find it. This is a good rotation. Variety's here.
Variety's there, though. Ivan Drago has no ult. He's got nowhere to go on that one. Princess Tomato is deep. Artemis doing a lot of damage here. Shaggy Shank looking for the kill here. There's the Geb Shield keeping him alive. Ivan Drago on his way over. There goes the Glory Bound trying to get the distance. Can't find it, though. Needs an arrow. There goes the hit, but just barely missing it. Goku's here. Needs the damage. There goes the hit. Needs a little bit more. The heal, the regeneration, the life still is there. Drago is in the area, and so is Campolini on his way over.
So Gold Fury stands for now. No team really came out on top in that one, Drybear. It was a crazy fight across the map. But for the time being, the Gold Fury stands firm, and control of it is definitely Vindicus right now with that sentry.
Wards on the ground. A lot of ward covers from Vindicate. They're stepping up their game right now. The vision is certainly in their favor. Only one ward on the map in favor of Team Coast. It's going to be on the top side from Solo, and it just went down. So Vindicate is coming alive right now, able to kind of come through and really control everything. Geb in the mid lane with Hobwa going to push up towards the mid tower there. Poseidon's on the right side and push up this tower himself as well. Really needs to start coming back here. He does have a decent amount of gold, 7,900, but that pales in comparison to the 9,100 from Variety, a 2k gold deficit between solo laners.
Yeah, Variety's having a whale of a time right now. He's even going for the blink as well, just for even more aggression coming out from him as well. So keep an eye on that one as well. As left-hand side, we can see Cambolini going aggressive, but Princess Tomato's in the area once again with the shield, and Cambolini limps away on half health.
Aside, Geb and Uul are coming together here, pushing this lane up. Shaggy Shank's got about 8,000 gold himself across the way. Phoenix is at 7,200, so again, about a 900 gold deficit between hunters in favor of Team Coast in so many ways. But, you look at the mid laners, relatively even. You see Corneo sitting at 8,000, but 600 in favor of Goku individually. So the mid laner is winning on the side of Vindicate. Jungler, 8,300 for him. And somehow, Bobat has fallen behind. He's just not getting the gold he needs. And, one of the reasons why I think, Osiris is overrated is that, he has this small window to be very effective. But if he falls behind in any way,
right side again. Variety's going aggressive in the spout, and there's the beads. Wait for the crushing wave. It's going to be a repeat. There we go. You can see the Kraken did not do enough damage, and King's running for his life right now. Waves that noodle in the air like he doesn't care, but Variety does as he backs away. Otherwise, Ivan Drago could have taken his life. That was close.
You have to be very careful. The gold area has been started up here. Let's look for the kill. Phoenix is too far forward. Looking for a Bobat. Can't find it. Princess Tomato is slowed down here. Siri Payne! One hit. Princess Tomato going down there. Beautiful shot by Goku. Forcing Team Coast out. The Gold Fury did go to Team Coast, though, so it's going to be a 1 for Gold Fury exchange left side of the map. Things will be going well. Artemis on the left side. Goku coming through as well. She's zoning him out. Where can he go?
Tanking.
Needs
good tanking.
Needs that hit. Can't go anywhere. I don't know why he went to the tier 1 tower, but he went there, and that was not a safe haven.
Shout outs to Goku for realizing just to tank that tower shot so he could get Artemis in there to secure the kill. Gold Fury, like you said, though, went to Team Coast, so it was still their victory overall. As Shaggy Shank's looking for aggression, Axe lands, Goku's in trouble. Lot of burst damage coming out. The Vortex does not connect this time round for Carino, and Artemis turns it round, but look at this, Variety's here. Variety's looking for the cleanup. Spout connects, but Sprint is going to make sure the slow does not take effect. He's going to get back to tower.
Back to tower indeed. There goes a great rotation from Variety. Honestly, I don't know what Shaggy Shank was looking for there. He jumped forward using his only escape to get close enough to just try and burst down the Raw, but then, you know, all of a sudden there's Athena there with a taunt. There's good control from Artis with the slow. There's, you know, right in front of him there's Raw with the heal to just heal back any damage he dealt. I don't know what he's looking for there, but using his only escape and his only CC to try and, you know, secure a 3 versus 1, not a great call, and he's going to pay for it with his life. At the same time, we have a great rotation from Habois. You know, it's interesting, right? Because Team Coast is normally the team to watch here, and they certainly are in the lead, right? And a big difference in the fact that Habois just finished his Rod. So they have a lot going for them, but at the same time, they're making a lot of, you know, very silly mistakes.
I mean, we'd expect this game, honestly, to go in favor of Team Coast. On paper, we'd say Team Coast should win this one, you know? And that's what we'd look at doing. But Vindicate have really come out to fight. And if you look at the graphs right now, Gold may be in favor of Team Coast. However, Vindicate have a 2k experience lead, which is really surprising, especially because the likes of Variety in the solo lane had such a dominant performance and is 2 levels ahead of his lane opponent in Poseidon.
Poseidon, 9,300 gold. He looks like he's going for Book, possibly, this late in the game. That may be a poor choice in the fact that he may not have enough time to stack it up. 75 stacks is a lot. I mean, that's a lot of stacks to go for. So I don't know if he's rushing for that or what he's really planning to do with that item. Or I don't see a Soul Reaver being useful. Oh, right side!
Looking at the aggression, Finno Weaver gets popped, but Beads is used immediately from Boba. But look at this, Carino using space and time, gets Tomato in there to defend as well. They're not going to find any more fight in there, but right, Carino. Oh, that's a nice snipe. But Carino has just finished his Rod of Tahuti. Watch his damage escalate ridiculously now. Keep an eye on those unstable vortexes, because if they start to connect, this is the time, this is the moment where Janus comes online, and he really does.
Finally get to see the Unsele in competitive play. This item is incredibly powerful. It's going to be the item picked up by Ivan Drago there. It gives a very substantial amount of physical power and magical protection, plus cooldown reduction.
Kicks caught out! The Spout does connect to Agent 8, just, but there's a Cataclysm straight away. Good Kraken! The Crushing Wave's going to be enough to help secure that kill, though, now. So that's a 1 pickup. Varieties on a rampage right now. They can pressure down this right-hand side. No one can defend this.
You just can't deal with Habois damage. It's too much. I mean, there's a reason why Variety gets Habois banned out every time they're playing against him. They just do not want to deal with it. Looking for the portal. Not going to find it there. A little bit short. Goku looking for the Syrian Pain. Going to find it! And hit Ninja Bowman on his way out! The tower goes down! That's a parting message if I've ever seen one.
Good target leading coming out from Goku there. Meanwhile, looking at the left-hand side, we're going to have a quick check-in with Shaggy Shank, who's busy fighting this Artemis Fennec, who's doing a good job so far. Honestly, he's 2-1-2, Shaggy Shank 2-2-1. So on paper, when you just look at KD, he's having a better time of it. But gold and experience both in favor right now of Shaggy Shank, the more experienced hunter, the one that people were talking about, Dry Bear, since he came onto the scene, and people were like, "Hey, Shaggy's the real deal."
Shaggy is the real deal. He's been just, you know, kind of turning heads. The first week that he came out to play, his team won and he got MVP at the same time. And it really goes to show that, you know, not only are there a lot of great players on Team Coast, but, you know, there's more than
left side
as well.
Ball has been used, but beads were used by Shaggy. Not going to find the kill, though. A sprint used again. Now the rotation from Vindicate is on. Well aware of it at Team Coast, though, because immediately Shaggy starts backing with Tomato. It's not going to come to anything, but Gold Fury coming online shortly.
Yeah, it's about to respawn here, just about 20 seconds or so. Everyone's grouping up, and honestly, both tier 3 Hand of the Gods available. A lot of ultimates available on the side of Team Coast. Vindicate is missing one on the side of Artemis, but I don't know if it's going to matter too much. I don't think either team's going to go for it without a big pick. And honestly, with a level 20 Habois with a Rod done, that's a pick machine if I ever seen one.
Pick machine as Ivan Drago tried to look for one, but falls into a portal rather instead of walks into one, but falls into a portal, takes a bit of poke damage, not going to find anything. But I like what Vindicate are doing here, Dry Bear. They realize the strength is in the strength of their team fight capabilities with the likes of Ra, with the likes of the Taunt and the Fear No Evil, and of course that Kraken on the back of it. And they're going to start the Gold Fury here. Space and time! Ouch! Drago ate a big one.
Yeah, forcing them away. Humbots goes to the right side and actually disengaged there. Good Cataclysm. Was on the way over. There goes the damage from the Giannis unstable Vortex. Campbellini go back to the tower. Looks like they're all just going to disengage entirely. Vindicate was hoping for a free Gold Fury there, but looks like they're not going to get it.
Well, Fear No Evil is still up, as is the Kraken, so keep an eye to see what they're going to go for here. Portal used by Carino through the wall. He's going to get the unstable Vortex off. Doesn't really connect that much. Gold Fury reset it again. And Roz healing is going to come into a play here to keep this fight continuing a little bit longer as Variety rotates from the side. Nice sprout as Tomato takes the front side. There's the aggression to Variety. Crushing Wave's going to connect. He finds Goku on the backside, but Fennec takes him down.
Well, there's the Boar slowing down Bobat, slowing down Shaggy Shank. Can't continue on here. It's going to be a 1-for-1. KCSC going down there. Beautiful, beautiful kill there from Correño. I'm surprised to see Variety actually go for such an aggressive engagement there. And honestly, he was free to sit back and just poke, doing as much damage as he needed. But he committed fully when his team was not there, and he got surrounded 3 versus 1.
3 versus 1 indeed, and in response straight away, Shaggy Shank immediately rotates to that mid lane, takes down that tower and evens up the map once again in that mid lane. Gold Fury going to be started again from Team Coast here. Princess Soprano is going to be here soon enough, and Athena Campbellini on the scene as well. So this is going to be a battle of wills between the two. Can the portal play dividends? The portal's on the ground, he's going to walk back into it. Good taunt from him coming out. Round the back though, Phoenix looking for the damage on Shaggy Shank, and he's in trouble. The crits are hitting home, and the Coast gets the Gold Fury, and Campbellini may play with his life.
Gold Fury goes down. He used the hog a split second too early here. Mid lane looking for Artemis. The slow's going to come out here. Geb is there. There goes the Humbots. Only to spread them out. Beautiful play from Drago, saving Phoenix's life. That could have been a huge push for Team Coast.
Really could have been, although Team Coast still on the warpath right now, starting to group up. Portal lands from Carino, and there's the Vortex, and Artemis does drop anyway. Ouch.
That's Giannis.
That's Giannis.
Right, Portal 2, all you need. That is all you need, and he's got it right there. So Phoenix goes down even anyway. Campbellini already down, of course. Gold Fury going the way of Team Coast. All of a sudden, we have ourselves a 5,100 gold lead, a 3,300 experience lead for Team Coast. Rods are completed. We see the Witchblade actually being picked up here by a Bobat across the way. And Seeley.
And Combat Blink online from Variety as well now, so he's going to be able to get himself out of a bad position if he finds. He's just been back and picked that one up. Carino's still saving though, but he's just gone back actually and picked up the Ethereal Staff, so that's going to increase his damage even further, especially because the amount of his health is going to be converted to magical power as well, Drybear.
Ra heading over left side to defend this tower. Not going to be able to do it though. Campbellini is already on site, but nothing that she can really do as an Athena to stop an Ula from hitting the tower there. To our portals coming out looking for Goku. There's the slow. Cataclysm might be available here. The leash is not going to get hit besides in the area. Searing Pain's going to come through here. Shaggy goes down. Bobat to the backside trying to get away here. The damage might be enough as Hobwa coming from the backside. They're looking for the hit there. Humbots is there. Overhand smash not going to land. The slow is going to be enough. Variety wants the damage. There goes a crushing wave, erasing Goku from the fight. Looking for Phoenix now. Needs to be careful. The board is there.
Triple.
There's a triple from Variety. Looking for the hit. Could it be enough?
Quadra.
Needs more damage. Needs the shield from Gab. There it is. There goes the shield. The slow.
Quadra.
The hit. Quadra kill! Campbellini wants out. Could it be the Penta, the slow? That's there.
Penta! Carino, you scumbag! Variety must be so upset right now. There was such a chance for it.
Oh, Correño.
Oh, Carino.
Oh, no.
Carino, why would you do that?
Variety seems mad.
He's so angry. I'd be angry. Look at him, he's just like, screw you
like,
guys.
What do I do? He's so frustrated. He's just running through the jungle. Oh man, so close there. Carino is now the newest Penta stealer on the scene. And honestly, there was, Athena had already dashed. She had nowhere to go. She had a full team on top of her, and still, Carino's like, nope. And you gotta know that's kind of like brotherly push. You know, they're trying to just mess with each other and all that, but. Oh boy.
I was so hyped. I was like, I'm going to see a Penta. It's going to be great. I get to cast. Hate you, Carino. Hate
Carino,
you.
man.
Even if you are playing Janus.
Uh-oh, look at this, though. Beautiful call from Vindicate. Go for the Fire Giant. Looks like it's going to be spotted out. They got to get done quick. They got to get done quick. They're going to get it done fast. Oh, here it comes. It's dropping low. Did they spot it? Korean's in the
I
way.
think they do. Carino's there.
Nope.
Free space in time. They're going to get it, though. Really big call from Vindicate, and that is a good turnaround, especially after just giving up a quadruple to Variety. They're going to be able to hold for now, Drybear, and that means it's going to slow down the push of Team Coast.
Smart play. Very, very smart
Big
play.
play.
Now, the gold is very much in the favor of Team Coast. And honestly, with the Fire Jet buff, it probably just evens it out in the way the team fight just because they're so far behind. But at the same time, you do not want to give Fire Giant to Team Coast. More specifically, you don't want to give Fire Giant to Variety. He's got that Mail of Renewal picked up already. He's going to start healing himself the more he kills. 10% of maximum HP every time you get a kill or an assist. He's going to start healing up very, very quickly and keep himself alive. And honestly, you know, if you're getting quadras, I like healing 40%.
I like healing 40% too. That's for damn sure. So now we're going to see Vindicate with an opportunity to get a little bit of global gold back and a bit of positioning back as well. If they fight in team fights here, they've got a real chance as well, Drybear, because of the fact that they're going to have that regeneration coming out from the Fire Giant as well. So looking at taking out these outer towers, you're going to see Team Coast not mind too much. They're going to try and defend the tier 2s though. They're going to feel confident, especially with the likes of Variety online right now.
Oh, definitely. This Fire Giant, like you said, just kind of evens out the gold difference. Doesn't really mean that Vindicate has a significant lead here. They have to be very, very careful. We know that damage available is there.
Oh, here we go again.
Unstable Vortex, Shockwave. Who's something is wasted. There's no one there.
Wasted.
Oh, those
Tim
just got ripped there. King CST on the backside. Oh, Cyrus trying to get close here. No follow-up. Giannis jumping in. Poseidon holds it right in the center. Bobat looking for the hit. Can't get close. Trying to play very, very low here. There's the damage. Bobat finally activating.
On the front line.
And Vindicate's got nowhere to go. They're running for their life. Can they get the distance?
Well, they're going to continue the chase as the portal's used and jump through from Carino. Will he find it as Variety blinks in? Aggressive crushing wave completely misses, but he's so tanky right now that he's actually been able to tank the tower in the most part. Big cataclysm coming out from Princess Tomato, but Drago does find Variety and he's going to drop. But that was against a Fire Giant team as well, Drybear. And once again, Team Coast on the aggression.
I would get that right tower. I won't even go for the Phoenix right now. With 2 players defending and 4 players standing, I don't think they have enough damage to do this, especially with players respawning. Goku's going to be up in 10 seconds, but they're going to go for the Phoenix anyway, see if they can't push it out. Athena's going to get a good taunt here, see if they can't control this a little bit more. Shield wall on the ground, still looking for the Phoenix. Shaggy Shank's going to take aggro. Hubat's ultimate, Bobat dropping low. There goes the hill, and this is why you don't go for a Phoenix when people are alive like that. They're jumping away, portal on the ground, seriously way too far away, but a great stop there with that portal banish.
Carino lands a great portal overall. So disengages, but Phoenix goes down on that left-hand side, and with the Fire Giant being down for a little while longer, then we can see this open up the map a little bit for Team Coast. Gold Fury is available, and this could be the time for Vindicate to do that, and this is a good call from them again. These calls they're making, Drybear, to immediately rush these objectives when they can, when they know Team Coast are going back, is keeping them in this.
It really is, and honestly that's more on Team Coast not having the awareness or the vision control to be able to see that out. Looks like they're going to give up Gold Fury here or there at the 10k gold lead mark right now, but it's going to go down to 8,300 as they lose the Gold Fury. They still have the experience lead, they still have the gold lead, they still have a lot of control here, and Variety is actually going for a Polynomicon to end it all out. He's going to be hitting very, very hard here. The Shining Star for his team, 11-2 on Havois. The vision control looks like it's pretty even here. Vindicate is warding the map very aggressively, and honestly, they have to. They need vision. They cannot play this game without vision. They have 1 tower remaining. The Phoenix is down on the left side. The Fire Giant's coming up here in just about a minute and a half or a minute and 45 seconds, and they cannot lose it.
Well, only 1 tower remain on the right-hand side, so look at this from Team Coast. They're starting to group there already, start the pushing on. We're going to have to see Artemis be very, very careful here as the rollout is popped from Tomato. Shaggy Shank using the sprint to catch up and get around there very quickly. Big axe! A lot of damage coming out the Bourgeois, but it's not going to be defensive enough. Artemis overextended and caught out, and now the assault can continue.
And Unstable Vortex just hit for an amazing amount of damage. Just 1 single strike for 850, and Artemis just got erased. Absolutely erased. Not only that, but the threshold, of course, slowed her down. The portal was there. She wanted to step a little bit forward. Haba was there. She had nowhere to go, and she had no reason being up there, and that's really what's going to happen there. Gab on the backside looking for the hit. Not going to find it. Drago spots it out and jumps over it with the somersault. The tower's going to take a lot of damage, and it will go down as the last tower remaining. No more left for Vindicate. The Fire Giants are about to respawn here, and I think Team Coast is just looking for a single pick if they can find it, and then looking for the Fire Giant afterwards.
Well, Artemis still down for another 20 seconds here, and Shaggy Shank going to go back to base here. I think this is going to be a call for everybody to go back, buy up if they've got items to buy, and then make this push onto the Fire Giant with that left-hand side still exposed. They've got an opportunity to look at closing out this game and move on to face SK in the next round.
Shaggy Shank going to pick up that Blood Forge there. It's already completed. Of course, that's really the driving force for him. We do know that the Fire Giant's about to respawn, and Vindicate's grouping up, but Team Coast isn't. Are they going to make the same mistake again?
I don't think they can without Artemis being there. I don't think they're going to have the damage quick enough Dry Bear before the response from Coast is here, and Camberlini just going to have to back away for the time being and look for an opportunity to put the pressure on and try and steal this one away as Variety leads the charge once again. Spout connects onto Camberlini, forcing that Magi's Blessing to go on cooldown for a few seconds.
Goes the hit of Fire Giant. Push this out, starting it up here.
Time's not even here.
Be careful though. Vindicate's there, no Poseidon. Looking for the Cataclysm, not going to find it, miss it out. Looking for Artemis though. There goes the slow, there goes the Purification Piece. Huge crit! There goes the kill on Phoenix. Looking for Ivan Drago. Drago's going to go down as well. Big crit, double kill for Shaggy Shank. Honestly, I would just let this go. Oh, looking for Goku
good weakening
possibly.
Curse.
There goes the
and
hit,
there's the
ultimate coming out. Bobat uses the ultimate to get close. They're just committing so hard. Just go to the Fire Giant.
Yeah, they could just go into the Fire Giant here, wanted to pick up more kills, went more aggressive. Now they're going to get the Fire Giant anyway, because the respawns are over 45 seconds right now. So Ivan Drago and Artemis both going to be down for a little while longer. Right-hand side's pushing in as well, so straight rotation to right. Pick up that Phoenix and end this game out. But choosing mid lane overall, I think left Phoenix is due back up, I'm guessing, if they're rotating to mid so quickly. I'm going to push this one in.
Drago's got a Deathbringer completed out now with his Witchblade before that. Chronos Pendant being picked up by Goku and Poseidon. Poseidon, I'm surprised to see him pick up a Chronos Pendant this late in the game. Get a CDR just for a little more damage there.
Oh,
there's a
good
stun from Osiris. Good ultimate.
Kraken
going to take out Variety. That was the key player. And now this is a point for them to just back off entirely. They got the Phoenix. The left Phoenix about to respawn shortly. They can go bully that one later, but they are going to go
Left
ahead.
just went down again.
Oh.
Came up, went down, so that's a big issue for them now with 2 Phoenixes down for a long time and 4 members still with the Fire Giant Dry.
Fire Giant still standing. Variety the only one not having it, but he's got that pot picked up here and a full build already. He's 18.6k gold. He is going to be 3,000 gold ahead of the highest farmed on Vindicate. Variety coming out today and really showing his stuff and being absolutely dominant, really controlling every aspect of this match. And honestly, the only thing Vindicate can do, and this is the hard part when it happens when Habwa gets ahead, is you really, to win the fight, you have to kill Habwa. But how do you kill Habwa? You get close to Habwa. What do you don't do? You don't get close to Habwa. So you never, I mean, it's a hard situation. You have to commit to him so hard that you take him out. But if you miss any abilities or he gets that ultimate off or gets any kind of zoning, you get bursted in 2 shots. And so you really have to be very careful in how you deal with Habwa when he gets this farmed.
Got to try and burn those beads and then re-engage one more time. As mid lane once again, Artemis caught out of position. Boar is used, but Shaggy Shank is having none of it. Use the beads himself. Got to continue the chase as Ivan Drago has had the ultimate used from Athena onto him there, defensively used, so that's going to be on cooldown as well. As you can see, the whole team of Team Coast going to start grouping up now and looking to push and end this one out. This is a tough ask for Vindicate now, 4v5 with that 50-second respawn being on Fennec. What can they do in this situation? Well, like you said, take out Habwa, but the rest of the team also doing a lot of damage.
Right. Last Phoenix standing. Vindicate wants to defend it. They don't have their Artemis. Their single target damage is not going to be there. Princess Tomato has that bubble active and ultimate available as well. All ultimates on Team Coast are there. There's a Shockwave breaking the bubble. Portal on the ground. A Stable Vortex coming through here. Big damage. Can't believe going down. They're looking for his King CSC in the tower. Gonna force him out. Huge damage. 1,200 damage from through space and time. Triple kill for Mario in the well. Team Coast just eradicated Team Vindicate in their own well. It's going to be a 14,000 gold difference between the two. 37 minutes into the match. Team Coast make a lot of silly mistakes in the beginning. Vindicate made a lot of very smart and specific calls in the mid-game, stealing the Fire Giant, stealing the Gold Fury, but it turned out to be not enough in the end, as of course the control from Team Coast was absolutely devastating there. And we're going to go back, and honestly, I want to see that Quadra almost penta because Corneo is a scum coming out here. So you can see Variety coming from the backside, right? And this was actually a poor engagement from Coast Blue as they jump around through space and time, comes through the backside. Now watch the damage from over the wall. He's going to find Ra here and look for the kill. There's a one-hit crushing wave, turns around. Now Humbot's going to jump on top of him in a second here as he looks for the Artemis. Damage comes out. Boar, Purification Speed gets the kill. Humbot jumps over it. There's the damage he needs. And the Geb Shield really shaves him here as he backs up. Geb Shield on top, keeps him alive. Big. There goes the hit. And honestly, just one little strike through the wall. There goes the kill. Looking for Athena, but she has no dash. She has nowhere to go. But she has Corneo.
I can't. I'd hate to be Variety right now. Like, How
Why?
sad
You got
does
a
she feel?
Quadra. You got a Quadra.
Because he had a Penta driver and he scummy mid laner stole it from him. That's why. Okay.
Anger. Okay,
I'm
we talked
being
about
angry
this.
for him.
We talked about this.
I'm sorry.
Anger, okay. A little bit
Okay.
ridiculous. All right. I know you're in the jungle and you're really getting in touch with your natural senses, but you got to keep the testosterone down, right? Relax.
Okay.
All right.
He's a scumbag. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Alrighty. Well, guys, you just watched a round of 16 matchup between Vindicate and Team Coast. Team Coast was able to pull that one out in a very, very strong victory there. Just about 14,000 gold up in the end with a really big play from Variety. Variety is a really, really strong player, as we can see. And then we move on into the round in 8. So coming up next, we're going to be seeing Agilitas versus the team they're going to be seeing in the round of 8, which is going to be I5. So 4th seed and 5th seed going head-to-head here, which is unfortunate, right? Because they're the teams that are closest and they're fighting for that 4th seed slot. We'll see what happens in the round of 8 coming up next, guys. Stick around. We'll be right back.